So starting this countdown off, and honestly I'm surprised it's not ranked higher, bad hygiene. We're talking about bad breath, not taking care of your teeth, not cutting your nails, not washing your hands, not washing your body. Gentlemen, in general, if you stink, this is a problem. Today's video, gents, 10 bad habits that turn women off and make you unattractive. Coming in next on the countdown, being small-minded. If you're intolerant of other people because of their race, because of their religion, because of who they are and they can't change it, understand that a lot of women do not like this. So if you're a racist, if you're a bigot, guys, this is a huge turnoff. Next up on the countdown, we've got stupidity. Women do not like men who are idiots. And let's talk about the difference between being an idiot and actually being ignorant. So if you're ignorant of something, you just don't know about that subject matter. You may be dating a dietitian, and guess what? You're a carpenter, you know a lot more about wood. She knows a lot more about food. Sounds like actually a pretty good combination. But here's the thing, if you try to tell her, oh, well, my mom cooked and I know how I like the food and this is better for you because I've seen one sample, she's gonna look at you and say, hey, like, you don't actually understand deductive reasoning. You can't actually think clearly. And that's what she's zeroing in on. Understand that you're not gonna be able to talk circles around this woman that knows probably a lot more about food than you do. So you want to stay basically in your knowledge bank and you can talk about this stuff. She may not find it super interesting, but she's going to be drawn to your passion. You know, why do you do this for a living? But don't try to make her feel less intelligent by trying to talk over her and saying, hey, I'm going to discount everything you know. And speaking of passion, let's talk about the opposite of that, which is the next bad habit that you want to avoid, and that is being boring. Now, have you ever thought about what makes somebody boring, what makes somebody interesting, and why almost everyone is attracted to an interesting person? People that are boring oftentimes lack passion, they lack energy, they lack life, and because of that, we don't want to be close to them. If you think about it, boring people, they're almost like energy vampires. They're just sucking it away. And who wants to be around an energy vampire? No, you want to be around someone that's actually emitting energy. Someone, when you're around them, you actually feel better. You feel recharged. As human beings, as social animals, we want to be around those that make us feel good. And to be someone that's interesting, you don't have to have an amazing job. You don't have to have crazy stories. Really, it's about the energy that you bring to the table when you're talking about your subject matter. So I had a professor back in college. She studied fruit flies down in South America. I thought initially it sounded like the most boring thing in the world till I saw her talk about it. And then basically she infused me with so much passion. I went down to South America and studied these flies for a month. Now, some of you guys may be thinking, Antonio, that sounds great, but I hate what I do. I don't have any hobbies. I don't have anything going on in my life that I can at all talk about with passion. You know, if that's the case, then it sounds to me like it's time for you to learn some new skills, to find a job that you actually love, to pick up a hobby that's going to give you energy and passion. The key here, gents, you need to take action. And where to get started today? Check out Skillshare. They're the sponsor of today's video. I've talked about this company numerous times. Why? Because they've got thousands and thousands of courses that you can take to level up your entrepreneurial skills, to level up your creative skills, to become the man you know yourself to be. Seriously, want to get started with your first business but don't know where to go? Check out this course by Michael Chernow, Entrepreneurial Hustle, from business plan to real success. He talks about how to go from idea, how to take that business plan, and then how to apply it into the real world and make your first dollar. Maybe you're more creative though, and you've got a book up here, or maybe it's a skit, maybe it's a play, and you're trying to think, okay, how can I create something that's gonna actually get traction, that's gonna get views, that's gonna get published? Well, if that's you want to check out Matt Balassi's class, Going Viral. He teaches you how to write film and make content that people actually share. Or maybe there's an artist inside you. You want to draw, you want to use color, but you don't even know where to start. Then you want to check out this class by Victo Nye. Victo has an amazing color masterclass, simple steps to create vivid art. Gents, no matter what you want to do, you want to go after creativity, you want to work on your career, you can find the skills you need over at Skillshare. And premium membership, gentlemen, incredibly affordable. Less than $10 a month if you grab the annual subscription. Gents, to join the over 7 million people already using Skillshare, use that link down in the description and you'll get 2 months free. Again, use that link down in the description, get 2 months free. The next bad habit that turns women off, you can't develop friendships. Now, a lot of guys have relationship building issues, especially after college, maybe after the military. You built your buddy group then. but for some reason you find it hard to trust people as you get older. A man without friends, this is someone a lot of women view as someone that's going to be overly needy, someone that's going to be clingy, someone that's going to be ultra jealous in a relationship because they're only focused in on that one woman. Guess what? She's got her friends. She's got other things going on in her life. So what do you want to do, guys? You want to be building relationships. Not only is it something that's going to be great for your relationship with your woman, it's also going to be great for your relationship throughout life. And you should look to build relationships with other men, with other women. So, and we're talking platonic relationships, healthy relationships that I think in many ways are going to help both your career and your health in life. The next turnoff, boorish behavior. We're talking about the guy that refuses to grow up, the guy that refuses to improve himself. Every other word out of his mouth is a vulgar word. You're going out and you're getting drunk. You're going out and you're getting high. You're always abusing your body, thinking that, hey, I'm relatively young, I'll be able to bounce back from it, but you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s. If this is you, you want to cut it out. It's not even because it's not attractive. It's just simply not a healthy way to live your life. You're going to find that you're going to wake up and you are going to be alone. No one's going to want to be around you. And yeah, that's just not a healthy way to live. Now, gents, as I'm going through this video, laying out this list, if you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments. I want to hear from you. And if you like this video, click that like button. And if you're new to Real Men Real Style, well, subscribe, become part of the community. The next bad habit that turns women off, you being lazy, you having no initiative, you just being so laid back, you don't care what life throws at you. And I get it. There's a difference between being laid back and having absolutely no initiative. But if nothing bothers you, if you're not willing to stand up for what you believe in, if you don't have something that is pushing you through life, especially early on, when you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, you want to have something that you're going after in life because that's what makes life worth living. And that is incredibly attractive to women when they see someone with a big mission, someone that has a passion that they're going after. Next up on our countdown of what turns women off, arrogance. And there's a big difference between arrogance and confidence. Confidence, this is the strength that you've earned. You've put in the work, you've put in the time, you have earned this confidence. And this is tried and true. This is really who you are. With arrogance, this is fake. This is all swagger and no substance. This is you trying to project a shadow when the man is really tiny. There's nothing there. You haven't put in the effort. You haven't put in the time, but eventually, when people get to know you, when people that are smart, that have seen many arrogant people, they're going to be able to cut right through this. They're going to be able to see it, and it's going to leave you by yourself. All right, gentlemen, so now we're getting into the big turnoffs. These are reasons that women listed that they ended marriages, they ended relationships. Coming in at number 3, being selfish. So a lot of women talk about this. They married a man and yeah, I noticed he was a bit selfish, but I thought he was going to grow out of it. It got worse though as the relationship went on. Guys, if you're only thinking about yourself, you're basically acting like a kid. You know, the opposite of man is not woman. The opposite of man is a child. A child is selfish, only thinks of themselves, can only see what's immediately in front of them. The mark of a man is all of a sudden he starts looking out and caring and taking care of others. Those maybe they can't even help him, but he realizes it's about his community, it's about his family, it's about putting himself out there and not always doing things for selfish reasons. So the next bad habit that turns women off, coming in at number 2, mind games. A lot of guys think, oh, that's the domain of women. Men don't play mind games. Come on. Yes, they do. I've seen this stuff. There's a lot in the PUA space, and it's, yeah, just look it up. Point being here is, guys, if you are manipulating women, you may get away with it. You may be able to get some great one-night stands. But here's the deal. How are you going to live a life and actually build a real relationship with someone if the basis of that relationship is manipulation? And I get, oh, I'll just move on. But how much longer are you going to do that? At the end of the day, don't you want a relationship with someone that's actually going to be there for when you get sick? Someone that's going to be there for whenever life throws a curveball at you, when you need help. And yeah, it seems like everyone's not around. It's great to have somebody that is there for you in tough times. And coming in at number 1, gentlemen, on our list of things that turn women off, deception, lies, cheating. You probably saw that one coming, but this is something again and again. I did a lot of research for this list. Women talk about this. I can forgive him, but I cannot forget. Guys, be very careful with the decisions you make, because if you lie, if you deceive your partner, you're going to find that that's probably one of the hardest things to ever overcome. Now, it's important to note that I've got lying listed as a habit because all of us lie. Yeah, don't lie to yourself. During the day, we maybe say multiple small things that aren't true because we want to protect people's feelings, or we just don't want to ruin the surprise. But here's the thing. If you fall into the habit of small lies with important people in your life and you keep building it up, it becomes easier for medium-sized lies than large lies. Be very careful going down that path. So what video to watch next? How about this one right here? 20 things that men wear that disgust women. Now, I have to admit that I don't agree with everything listed in this video, but I agree with most of the things. To find out what I'm talking about, guys, check out the video, click on it right here. I'll also link to it down in the description.